We just did the NBA draft scouting report on Jared McCain. Make sure you check that out on the channel, like and subscribe. But now we're getting into his player comparisons, best case, worst case comps. I really like mine for him. I think these are good. I think there's a wide range of outcomes, and I think mine capture that. But I want to hear your best case player comp for Jared McCain.
My best case is Tyler Hero, and I actually feel very strongly about this. I'm going to argue it hard because,
Okay.
again, they Hero was mainly a catch and shoot guy at Kentucky. They ran him off of a lot more screens than Duke did for McCain, but he developed some more like on ball skills once he got to the league, and I think McCain can do the same. However, I will add, if you watch the scouting report, we talked about how McCain usually gets to the rim with acceleration, deceleration, in and out dribbles, less counter moves, and Hero still doesn't do that a ton, but he has a very similar dribble package to what McCain has now, but it behooves him or doesn't hold him back because he's 6'6". I think that's the biggest like roadblock for McCain to getting to that level is his size, and for order for him to have a Hero type impact, I do think he needs a better handle, and I think he has to improve defensively because he got put on skates a good bit. That's my biggest knock on him is some of his lateral mobility isn't quite where you want to see it, especially from a guard who lacks some of the elite measurables. But yeah, let me hear your best case.
Another guy who was a high quality shooter, good downhill attacker, but not a great handle of the ball, not a great necessarily playmaker. Eric Gordon. I think there's a lot of similarities there in terms of best case. Eric Gordon is a guy who can fill it up from all three levels. I've talked about this with McCain. I think my biggest concern with Jared McCain, aside from the lack of elite ball handling skills, is that he has to be set on his shots necessarily. Like he can get into it pretty quickly, and he's not somebody who is just a standstill spot up shooter. He's good off the bounce, creating his own shot. He is good on the move, but he has to be set. Eric Gordon, to me, has that same kind of base. Is a good comp for somebody who has that shooting form, but still gets into his shots pretty quickly. I think Gordon's had a couple seasons where he's averaged 20 points per game in the league. Certainly, he's been one of the league's better scorers for a good amount of time. I think best case scenario, Jared McCain is Eric Gordon 2.0.
I like that comp a lot. I might have to concede, especially because Gordon's only listed at 6'3". It's probably
Right.
more realistic.
Because there,
Can
there
I
were
at
similar
least
questions with Gordon coming out about being a combo guard, but more scoring, how he would carve out a niche in the NBA. And he did that. I think his path needs to be what McCain wants to follow.
But at the same time, Tyler Hero has a Jack Harlow song written about him that ties into the musical side of Jared McCain. Like I could, I, it is
I,
so easy to envision Jared McCain in a Jack Harlow music video, like a year from now,
It oh
6 months from now.
100%. Maybe Harrow's more of his off the court persona, but I think Harrow was a better ball handler and better at getting his own shots off the bounce than
Yeah, I
McCain.
think you're probably right about that. Well, I think McCain's got that, but we don't have to decide now. Let's get to the worst case.
Let's worst case scenario. Who do you have? Worst case scenario.
So I stuck with a fellow Duke guard who had a reputation as a sniper, DJ Stewart. I have no idea what he's up to now. He was probably ranked pretty similarly to McCain coming out of high school, but just couldn't cut it in the league because his shot didn't fall
Yep.
and he's small. So that is if McCain's size hinders him, if he doesn't improve at all on defense, then he could be out of the league.
I like that. I like that. I have John Jenkins, the old Vanderbilt shooter, who was a sniper. He's probably more spot up, catch and shoot esque than McCain is, but he's somebody who came into the league as a shooter, pure shooter. That's what he ended up being in the league. He didn't develop other parts of his game. Stuck around for a few years. I think went overseas, came back for a few years, is back overseas, has had a nice basketball career, but didn't become the NBA player that some were hoping he would be, some projected him to be as, because he didn't develop his game beyond just the shooting. So that's what I have down for him. What is DJ Stewart doing right now?
Oh, he's on the main Celtics
Ah,
in the
G
G
League.
League.
Okay.
Gosh, he is 162 pounds.
Yeah, McCain's not 162 pounds.
Yeah, McCain actually can add muscle.
Yeah.
I
I don't hate that though. I will see to DJ Stewart in its worst case comp if we go with Eric Gordon as the best comp because I feel very confident in my Eric Gordon best case player comp.
the Tyler Hero thumbnail would go so hard though.
It would, like, Eric Gordon is I don't want to say a boring basketball player, but he is a straightforward basketball player. There's not a lot of flash to his game. I don't know how much flash McCain is going to be able to have at the NBA level on the court. Off the court, he's going to be on all the NBA's TikTok stuff because that's who he is.
All right, I'll concede it. Eric Gordon and DJ Stewart.
Boom, you have it. But hey, if you're drafting Eric Gordon outside the lottery, I think that's you feel pretty good about that. So
I agree.
I think you swing for the fences on that.
The NBA draft is coming up, and I've got something awesome for you. We are partnering with the people at NBA 2K Lab. NBA 2K is the best video game on earth. The people at 2K Lab are making some awesome stuff to make that game even more fun, and they just launched their 2024 NBA Draft Simulator, where you can find the official Sleepers Media big board. We ranked our top 75 players in this draft class. Me, Carter, Brian Ralph, Riley Davis. We did it together, and it is featured on the 2K Lab NBA Draft Simulator. You can take control of any team in the draft, play GM with just one click, and see our entire rankings before these videos even come out. Check out the link in the description of this video to try out the draft sim for yourself, and you can find more mini games at nba2klab.com/NBA-mini-games.